the parents are not heard. And it's so much that a teacher can do in the classroom. But again, once parents come together, we can make the difference. Not just one, but we all must come together for our children. And we have to let our voices be heard. That's what the walkout was about. We short staffed. But okay, we were writing the district, sending emails, calling. Nothing happened, no changes were made. But once we decided that we would take some form of action and the parents came together, we sent, as the parent leaders in our school building, we got notices together, we talked to parents. Look, we need to have a call to action. We want to get their attention. Sending emails and calling, they're not hearing us. They're not listening. So once we took our children and we walked out, so we invited parents to come on that day. Come in and get your children, and you walk out with your children. And they were showing up. They were showing up.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That type of community support. I know Brother Will and I were talking before we aired. And we were saying, we wish that many of our parents were just as proactive as you. So let me ask you, what advice can you give to us so that we can galvanize our parents? It's going to be a good answer. Yes. Speak from the heart.
How much did, knowing Mama Dawson and some of the other teachers at Paul Robeson, how much confidence did they give you? How much did they talk to you as parents as to what the kids were missing? Because one of the things we were talking about, one of the things that we want to do with this community engagement committee is that we think there's a big disconnect between parents and teachers. We don't think, and sometimes I almost think it's designed that way. Don't let the parents and the teachers talk that much, because when they do, number one, they might realize their power.
Absolutely.
And then number two, the people who should have the biggest voices will start having it, and we can make some changes. So how did you all come together?
As you said, once we came together, because some of the issues and concerns we had, listen, that's the same concern that the teachers had. So being short-staffed, being without the proper tools and supplies you need. So those type of things, we have concerns too. So at that time, once we started talking and coming together, then we just said we've got to take some action. Right. And as again a parent leader in our school, and speaking with the other parent leaders, we put our heads together and listen. As we came together and were talking and shared with the teachers, you know what, these are our concerns, and from there the parents were like, well, we have to do something. Right. We have to do something. We can no longer sit silent.
And we have an ongoing relationship with our parents. They're in the school every day, working in some capacity. So they recognize us. They give us awards. It's a family, and that's the uniqueness of our school. And what really hurts me the most is that because we have become so short-staffed, we're suffering in terms of what we've been able to do for our students and what it used to be. Right. The quality is changing. They want growth, they want proficiency, but they don't provide the resources that we need in order to make that happen. And so it got to a point where, we don't know what, at my school, we don't know what a prep is. We don't, really? No, because we're so short-staffed. And so try as he might, Dr. Robeson, our principal, has reached out, and some days he'll just take all the kids. And just so that we get a prep. Wow. He'll just take all of them and go out on the playground with them, just so that we can just read. And so the parents they're always there. They'll take the class to the gym or whatever. We are a My Blissy school, which means that we practice positive behavior. And when the kids are doing what they're supposed to do, Mama Bill is one of the first ones to give them their rewards and take them to the little ACE place, is what we call it, African Centered Education. It's an incentive-like store. And so the students are able to receive awards and different things. And that's something that the parents do. They bring in the supplies, and it's just, it's a family.
Yeah.
You know, I have my kids know I'm a mothering type teacher, kind of hands-on. And so when they're cutting up, it's as though they're my child. And so we raise our kids as though they're our own. We teach them as though they're our own. And that is the uniqueness of our school. But as I said, it's gotten to the point where we can't be who we were because we're so short-staffed. We're missing so much. And it's just unfair.
Can I ask you, and maybe you haven't answered this or not, you're saying you're short-staffed. As a DPS teacher, I know why. But maybe a listening audience, they're like, well, short-staffed, why don't you just hire some more teachers? And, can you explain to our audience why you're so short-staffed and why you just hire some teachers?
I wish it was that simple.
I know.
Well, we lost one of our instructional specialists. He passed away.
I'm sorry.
And then our art teacher resigned. Our what would be called assistant principal had an accident, and they never replaced her. We do not have a building sub; it's taken away. Our resource teacher, which works with our specialized service students, was taken away. Our education technician was taken away. It supposedly has to do with our budget, some of those vacancies.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we still have students that are in need of a teacher. And there are days when we have to just kind of figure out, who's going to go in there. If that means you have to take 2 classes at a time, then that's what we're doing. But as a result of the as a result of the walkout, you see what I have on my mind. As a result of the walkout, we have volunteers that have stepped up and are helping out. A retired DPS, well, both of them are retired DPS teachers. One she has 2 days. She does Tuesdays and Thursdays, but she told me she's going to add more days. And then we have the one who comes and he teaches ELA. So he works with us also in whatever capacity we need him in, and that's helping also. So that's the community stepping up, and that's again what we're trying to do with the community engagement piece is, fostering a relationship with the community and parents to know that we are on the same accord. Yeah. We want the same things.
I don't want to seem like I didn't understand what you were saying, but I'm just amazed. I'm still trying to figure out, how did you start forging this relationship? Because a lot of teachers really do want to forge a better relationship with parents. I mean, a lot of us really do. I'm not going to be naive enough and say all of us do, because sometimes we get on our high horse, and just because we got a little college degree and make $15-20 more than some of our parents. I tell people we get paid weekly, very weekly. but seriously, and I think there's just such a big disconnect. And if parents could be more like what you all have, they could see, well, it's not because we're just sitting back not doing anything. The reason why your child is in the 6th grade reading in the 4th grade level. So I was just curious I'm just still curious how you really form that relationship over there at that school. How do you get the parents to become as involved as you all seem to be?
We're not perfect by far, but I think the African-centered part of it has a lot to do with our relationships that have formed because and I'll be honest, when Malcolm X came over to Paul Robeson and we merged, that's when the mama and the Baba concept came.
Uh,
Now Paul Robeson totally